division of guards.
Yep, I am going to go find him as well. I am going to tell him that I want guards on the vault and nobody. I'm going to say myself and Tolliver are to go in that vault without one of us. And if anybody attempts to, I want to know about it. I also want, and I'm also going to ask him, can your guards, or can you not be seen by people and still see something? Like, can you be invisible? Or are you always just spectral?
When we manifest on this plane, my lord, we manifest in a physical form. There is no way around that. Unfortunately.
I need you to keep an eye on Randolphus. I need somebody. Do you have one of your guards that was a rogue in a past life? That's stealthy. Got any of them?
Unfortunately,
I need somebody stealthy.
Unfortunately, my lord, in this division, we were all paladins. Hence the oath we swore. It's where we derive our powers from.
Yeah.
Forth.
You got any paladins who are a little stealthy?
I have ones who don't talk. Other than that, I mean, we're ghosts, my lord. We don't really make noise unless we project our voices.
Yeah, I get that. I need somebody to keep tabs on Randolphus. I need to know what the hell he's doing. I need to know what's something is not going on, or something is not right with him.
Do you have evidence of this, my lord?
Well, aside from the fact that Franz the other day almost had him killed because he looked like a human. We caught him down at the vault, staring at the vault, and when we started talking to him when we were behind him, he didn't acknowledge that we were even there, and he didn't acknowledge that we were there until somebody broke his eye contact with the vault. Something is going on with him.
My lord, perhaps
He sent the damn Dragonborn sergeant to find us, and he was going to be in his room. And when we went to his room, he wasn't there. He was down at the vault.
Well, what were Sergeant Tiburon's explicit orders? Were they to bring you?
Go and retrieve us and bring us back to him.
I believe the orders were to contact you, Lord Randolphus, upon any intel that was received on your behalf. Those were the same orders we've received.
Okay. So, wait a minute. So, Randolphus gave you orders.
Yeah, so if one of our guards
His orders were
to return to the city, we were to contact Lord Randolphus, yes.
So, basically, you were giving him a heads up that we were back.
Well, we were all worried about you, my lord. You were gone for a week with no...
Yeah, we do that from time
word.
to time.
I understand that.
Yeah,
but
we do that from time to time.
It would be nice, if I may speak frankly, my lord, it would be nice if you were to let your guard know that you would be gone for that long. It does...
Well,
it does
to be
worry
honest with
us.
you,
It is our job to protect you, and we can't do that if we don't know where you are.
I understand that, but to be honest with you, we weren't planning on being gone a week. We didn't even know we were gone a week until Randolphus said something. We thought we were gone a day.
My lord, if I may, how do you not know that you were gone a week?
Interdimensional fucking pocket dimensions? I don't know.
Is this something you partake in often? Is this something we need to be aware of? Do you make a habit?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it's becoming a habit. Yeah.
Well,
it happens.
It makes things a bit difficult for myself. You understand my frustration, my lord.
I do, but to be honest with you, bud, I need you to guard the city.
Yes. I don't have a choice.
Lord Tolliver and myself and Franz and Bucky and Banner, we're all pretty good at taking care of ourselves. So
I'm
we're
sorry,
good.
my lord. Bucky?
Yeah, the rabbit. You haven't seen the big goofy rabbit running around telling jokes?
I have not personally seen this, my lord, no.
Yeah, don't be alarmed. He's a little weird. We gave him a place to make a comedy
You gave a rabbit a
club.
comedy store.
Yeah,
I will never.
giant rabbit.
I will never.
Giant rabbit.
I will never understand the thought processes of the mortals in this millennia.
Sometimes I don't understand them myself. But anywho, the main players in this Shakespearean play, we got it under control as far as taking care of ourselves. I need you to protect the people of the city. That's what I need you to worry about. And right now,
do you believe I am not fulfilling my oath?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm merely stating that.
And why? May I ask? What is the grounds for this suspicion of Lord Randolphus? He has been instrumental in the refounding and repair of the city. And
I agree, but do you remember? Do you remember when we got attacked? No, the fountain got blowed up,
Yes.
and Randolphus almost lost his leg.
I did not know that second part, but I do very vividly remember I was there fighting that.
Yeah,
my lord.
yeah. Well, somebody broke into while all of that was going on. Somebody went into one of our former companions went into the city hall and attacked Randolphus and wanted him to get in the vault. They wanted access to the vault. And ever since that happened, Randolphus has been acting real suspicious. So, to err on the side of caution, I need to know what's going on with him, and I need somebody to keep tabs on him. And you're the best one to do it.
Understand, my lord. I will put my best men on the job.
But I don't need it to be obvious. That's why I was asking if you had a rogue.
I understand. Not a rogue specifically, but I understand how to make a detail discreet.
Awesome.
Also, if I may be so frank, you might ask the Master Harlequin to use his sources a bit more in this endeavor as well.
That's a brilliant idea. I don't know why I didn't think about it. That's why we keep you around.
Aside from the oath that binds my soul to the material plane for eternity in defense of the city, yes, so I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yes.
You understand the sentiment, I'm sure.
I do.
Aside from this other very important thing.
Very well, my lord. Is there anything else?
Nope. Like I said, just erring on the side of caution. And if you see anything else that looks suspicious, let me know.
See something, say something, sir. I understand.
Uh-huh.
Very well. And he just sort of fades out.
I'm muttering to myself, that was exhausting. I'm going to bed.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything before bed?
Yeah, so when Bucky and Randolphus lagged back a little bit,
Yeah.
I just turned to the group and say, I'll see you all in the morning. And I want to sneak back to Randolphus's room. Does he have, like, curtains in his room or anything
Hold
like
on,
that?
1 second. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay. Aster disappears
like
from existence. Yeah. Okay. In his room, does he have curtains? Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
Okay. I want to use Mask of Many Faces and cast Disguise Self on myself and match the pattern. Like, basically create fabric that looks like that curtain that wraps around my body, except for just like one slit for my eyes.
That is ingenious.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm
Alright.
just gonna kind of blend into that curtain and power down for a long rest. But I'm like fully aware of my surrounding. I don't need to sleep,
So,
so I'm gonna watch him.
Let me tell you this. You would have to redo your Mask of Many Faces every hour on the hour. Because it just allows you to cast the Disguise Self spell. That spell lasts for an hour. So to maintain it, you would have to recast it every hour before the hour mark hits. You get my meaning?
All right. Well, I'll wait till he gets back before I power down.
Okay, but what I'm saying is when you power down after an hour, the spell goes away and you would just be there under the curtain.
Right. And then I'm fully aware of my surroundings, so like would I know to cast it again?
You can't
you
cast
wouldn't be
it and
able
be
to because
resting.
like you're fully aware, but you're technically unconscious. Like for you to be able to sleep and get a long rest, you can't just like interrupt it every hour. You know what I mean?
All right. Then I'm not powering down at all.
Okay. So let me just say, because I know you've never played as a warlock, it's not a bad thing. You get your spells back on a short rest, not a long rest.
I haven't used my
Right. So yeah. So that
any spell slots
right.
or
So it doesn't
anything.
matter. So all you would need to do is make a Constitution saving throw to make sure you don't get exhausted. So go ahead and roll that con save for me, and all you have to do is beat a 10.
I don't know if that affects me. From what I
You said
read.
you're not powering. No, it does. It affects every creature and every character in the game has to sleep.
All right. Con check or con save.
Save. Okay. Unfortunately, you take a point of exhaustion, which is just a disadvantage on ability checks. It's not anything super duper serious.
All right.
Okay. And what do you just throughout the
So,
night? What are you doing? Are you
I just want to observe him in
okay.
his natural surroundings.
Creepy.
Creepy but fucking good. Okay. I will let you know about that later.
Okay.
All right.
Are you gonna let him know about what he found?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you didn't tell.
Yeah. No,
I'm
I know.
Just
I know.
reminding you.
I'll get to it. Don't worry about it. Actually, hold on. One sec.
Just FYI before we go to bed.
Okay. So when you were looking through his like the stuff on his desk,
Yeah.
you don't see anything outwardly like nefarious, but what you do notice is that there's a bunch of pieces of paper with one set of handwriting on it and other sets of paper with a different set of handwriting on it. Like you'll find one ledger page or one note page for a day, right? And it's written in one handwriting, and then for a different day you'll find it's the same like ledger page but just written in a different handwriting.
So, because I didn't know this stuff, could I, like, while we were there, just me, Bucky, and Tolliver, could I have taken my forgery kit and just copied that handwriting?
The two different handwritings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just like nonchalantly.
For
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
no, and
writing
you all had
in a
plenty of
book.
time. You didn't even have to be nonchalant. Like you all had plenty of time with nobody
Alright.
paying attention. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. All right. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
As I was telling.
So,
Go, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Bucky, go ahead.
so when Bucky stayed back, his whole intent was to kind of follow Randolphus
Okay.
and be sneaky. So, but when he falls back, what he's gonna do is he's going to cast Enhance Ability, Cat's Grace, on himself,
Okay.
and then for his stealth check to get advantage on it.
All right, so I'll say you have to hang back
That
far
was-
enough to at least break LOS with
Right.
Randolphus. However, you're still big old ears. You can hear his footsteps, so not a big problem.
Right.
26 stealth guide. Yep, we're good. God damn. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just waiting for him to get going, and then I'm going to do that and just go stealthy and try to follow him, and see like where he's going and what he's doing.
Okay. All right. hold on real quick. Hephaestus, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna do something?
Just saying, before I go to bed, I'm taking the pieces of the bastion that are in my storage ring,
Yep.
and I am putting them into the forge. I'm throwing them in the
physically
forge.
into the forge.
Yeah,
Okay.
like we did with Atlas
All right.
when we destroyed the pieces of the bastion.
So your intent is to destroy them,
Well, to melt them down.
melt them. Oh, well, how are you gonna retrieve them from the forge?
In the crucible that I put them in?
Oh, okay, very good. Just wanted to make sure we're going through this. See, I wanted to see how much you knew about that. Anyway,
I'm going to place them in a crucible. I'm going to put them into the forge
okay.
and melt them down and turn it into whatever that metal. I don't remember what the hell we made out of it, but we made something with it.
So he melted it down, but you also have to melt down star metal to like if you're are you trying to create a new shard right now?
No, I'm just trying to get the materials ready to do it if we need to.
Okay, so you're just like melting it and holding it over until you're ready to build another shard.
Mhm.
Okay, no problem. Bucky, you track Randolphus. You hear him stop. He stops at the nearest guard that he comes to. You hear him tell the guard, you can recall the search party that was looking for me. The lords have found me, and everyone can return to their posts. And that guard walks off. From there, Randolphus makes his way, without any delays or any stops, back to his room. You hear him open the door to his room and enter it, and shut the door behind him.
Okay. I just go find a place to go to bed. I don't even know wherever I slept that first night.
Okay, you've been renting a room in an inn in one of the public houses, so you'll just return back to that room.
Get some food, go to bed.
Yep. Aster. When Randolphus shuts the door behind him, he makes his way just sort of into the first reception chamber where you were located. The window that looks out into the city this way. Like out into the eastern part of the city here. See Randolphus walks over to his shoe stand, takes his shoes off. He derobes and re-robes in a simple nightwear. He makes his way back to the chamber that you were in. And he stands still in the middle of the room. And he doesn't move for another 8 hours.
That's fucking creepy.
After 8 hours passes, walks back over to the shoe rack, puts his shoes back on, walks over to the desk where his ledger is, picks up the ledger binder, and he leaves his room.
Are the other shoes still gone?
No, the shoes that he took off and put back on the shoe rack filled that space that was missing. And he simply just took the same shoes off. What'd you like to do?
So he walked out?
Yeah. You hear him lock the door behind him.
Is there any other way out, or?
I mean, there's the window that's right behind you, I guess.
How high up is it?
You're 3 stories up. You went up. You're on the 3rd floor of the building.
All right, I'll wait a while.
Okay.
So I know he's gone, and then I'll try and pick the lock.
Make a lockpicking check. It's the same thing as a sleight of hand, I believe. If you have you have proficiency. So it's your dexterity. It's your dex plus your proficiency.
I don't know if can I roll for thieves' tools.
Yeah, thieves' tools. It's the same thing.
So what was it again?
It's your dex. Just like, are you proficient in sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Just roll that. It's the same thing. It's your dex plus your proficiency. Okay. You've picked a lock on the window, no problem. Slide it open. You look down 3 stories. It's really nice outside. Pretty day. Mostly cloudless. Halfway up a mountain.
All right. I am going to take out my bow and fire an arrow so it becomes a immovable rod
Okay.
and teleport it. I'm going to shoot it at a safe place on the ground.
Simple enough. Boom. You let the arrow fly 6 into the ground. You immediately port to it in a shifting cloud of smoke travels to the ground.
Then I'm going to make my way back to find the rest of the party.
So none of you all actually established a meeting place in the morning, so you actually don't know where to go. So where would Aster go in hopes of running into someone?
The forge.
You walk.
Try and find
All right, so you
the
walk
fences.
clear across town to the forge. Very good. Okay. All right. I'm assuming everybody else went to bed.
Yes.
Banner. When you power down for the evening to get your rest in that you do, you are plagued with a nightmare. You re-experience that falling sensation. And just before you awake, you see as you're receding from the moon in a very fast fashion, you turn over and you see that the ground is coming to meet you. And just before you're about to smack into the ground, you wake up. You wake up with just riddled with anxiety and the fear of falling. You notice something really weird. The room around you smells like ozone. And as you move your hand across sort of the soft, you don't technically need to sleep, so I would assume you would like assume some sort of like meditative position.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
As you move your hands across sort of like the cloth pillows around you and stuff, you feel static electricity course over your hand and over the pillows. And you can see like visibly like the static electricity is so intense that you see arcs as you move your hand across.
Okay. Wait, what did I touch again?
Just like the pillows that you would like the pillows that you would be sitting on it to.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like where I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I feel like okay? I can touch something,
you can,
right?
You,
We all
you
know
have
that.
tactile sensation. You feel the static electricity popping off on your hand. Yeah.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Do I only feel it on my hand, or do I feel like a tingling all over?
You feel it all over.
Bruh, that's not good. Okay. I wouldn't even know what to do. I will make note of it and let the others know when I find them or
Okay.
when I see them in the morning.
And you resume your resting state. The rest of your night goes unbothered. Alright, when you all wake in the morning, very nice, clear day outside. No clouds. Hephaestus, you are awoken by the sound of someone banging on the front door of the forge. Like, and it's not like a boom, 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 boom. It's just a constant doom, 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 doom. Like, very systematic 1-2 count.
I'm obviously already an angry person. This is not making me any less angry. I will get up and open the door. The
right.
fuck do you want?
Be right back.
I don't know if I should wait. Assuming he was talking about me.
That's an assumption.
I said he would be right back after you said that.
You know.
Margaritas. Anyway, Aster, you look on as an angry dwarf opens the door to the forge and looks up at you and yells at you.
Good morning.
What do you want?
I'm sorry, were you sleeping?
Yes, that's what most normal people do at whatever god-awful time it is right now.
I don't need to sleep.
Congratulations. What do you want?
You need to find the others and speak about Randolphus.
What about him? And what time is it?
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, I mean, you don't have you guys don't have
I'm
watch.
saying, is it like the sun up? Is the sun up? Is
The sun,
yeah, that's all I'm
the sun has been up for a couple of hours. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, the forge works on banker's hours, I guess.
The Forge Master does. Thank you very much. Well, come inside. Let me get dressed, and then we'll go find them. And they're probably, I don't know, who the hell knows where. I'll call Franz and see where the hell they're at.
Hephaestus
I'll call him right now. And I just yell, Franz!
I'm gonna just.
a couple of the guys you step in. A couple of guys who are working one of the forge bellows. They both just sort of stop and look at you. Then they go back to doing the bellows.
I'm gonna turn you into scrap. You don't knock it off.
So Festus goes
I'm
and changes.
gonna melt you down.
And you get your network stone. Call Franz. What do you say?
Franz. Franz.
Ja, hallo?
Hello, Franz. Good morning. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Have you seen Tolliver?
Who is Tolliver? Oh, yes, Tolliver. No, I have not seen him, no.
Did you just ask me who Tolliver was?
Oh, of course, I remember who Air Tolliver is.
I'm at this point in time. So I'm gonna send another Franz. Let's all meet up at the inn and get food if you haven't, or I'm hungry. So let's all meet up at the inn. If you see Tolliver or anybody else, yeah, just tell them that we're gonna meet there.
Yeah, food sounds splendid.
And then I'm going to continue to threaten Aster with throwing him in my forge and melting him into a pile of molten whatever the hell he is. And we're going to make our way to the inn.
Okay, real quick. forgot to do this. When all of you all wake up in the morning, except for Aster because he didn't go to sleep, everybody roll a D100.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Is it high or low this time?
No shit.
Oh boy.
I was looking for anyone who rolled a 5 or below. That's wild.
What's up?
The next time you see Blue's mom, she looks like a different human.
Okay, goddamn, they're never gonna trust me again.
And no, they're not. And to be fair, like you're the unknowing, your condition worsens now.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
Give me a percent. I think it was at 35. What am I at now?
Roll a D100.
Always seems like it's out of order. Oh fuck! I rolled twice.
Okay. God. Roll it again. Just roll
Here,
it again
take
so we
this
get a
one.
bit. Yeah, 69. Okay. So your your unknowing percentage is now 56. If it was 33, it's 56.
Okay. Oh, by the way, just to clarify from the messages earlier, when they did,
Yeah.
did they do Greater Restoration? So I remembered that
they did
whole
remove.
encounter
They
again?
removed curse. So like you never. Okay.
Because the message was confusing. You said no and then yes.
So sorry. So what it was is that you lost the memory of seeing something different in.
Oh, okay.
But you remember the altercation, but you don't remember seeing him as anything different. You have your memory as well, right? Like you have most of your, but now, like with the percentage increase, things are gonna get a little weird for Franz.
Okay. Yeah, I've kind of just been playing it as like dementia.
That's
So, I don't know,
fine. Like that's
what I'm
no.
drawing on.
That's fine. But now, okay. So with it being 50%, Franz is starting to have a deep obsession with the vault that's under the government building.
Oh, okay.
Franz doesn't have a key though, right? There's only 3 keys to the vault, and it's the 3 stewards. So now Franz is going to do everything that he can to get inside of the vault.
All right.
Okay. But you got to try to do it as discreetly as you can.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, let's see what you can do.
All right.
Activity.
All right.
Welcome back.
Okay.
What
So
what bad news do you bring?
Hephaestus calls out to Franz, and Franz, what do you do with the information?
I just go to the inn.
Okay. You all do know. I will say this for brevity's sake. You all do know that you all usually meet for breakfast in the morning at the same place. So if that's okay with everybody, we're just going to go ahead and go to everybody meeting for breakfast.
Cool.
Unless anybody
Yep.
wants to do something else in the meantime.
Yep. You said that. Hey, just hang on. Just for point of order, there were people in the forge. Was I still sleeping when?
Yeah, there are people who live in the forge that are not just you.
But I'm saying that they were working, right?
Yeah.
So would I still have been sleeping if when Aster came and beat the door on the door?
Yeah. Because you all were out late. Like, you
Okay.
all didn't know it. Like, you guys were out late as fuck.
Give me half a second to read something real quick, and then I will. Do I have? How long does it take me? Okay, I'm gonna say a real quick prayer. Right, I'm gonna say a real quick prayer as I'm walking out the door, using divine intervention, asking Hephaestus that if he's got a damn avatar on this realm or this plane of existence, I need his ass in this town. I need help.
All right, roll your dice. There's a D100.
Yeah, it didn't work.
You gotta get no. No, yeah, nothing happens. Okay. All right, so you all meet for breakfast around the table.
One of these days, that's gonna fucking work, and you're gonna be screwed, buddy.
No, it's not gonna be screwed. I don't. Hey, man, if it works, it fucking works. Like you have a 10% shot. Go ahead.
Did we get a long rest?
Yeah. Everybody but Aster got a long rest.
Thank God. So that 20 HP.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I had
for a while
15. My head hurt a lot.
there.
Oh yeah, that headache carries into the next day. Like that shit doesn't just go away because you went to sleep. You know what I mean?
With this,
Like you get your HP back, but you got a hell of a headache.
would this meeting count as a short rest? Like where we're eating breakfast?
You could have taken
and
a
everything?
short rest during like you just standing there. Like that's fine. That's a short rest. Like I'll give you that.
All right.
I was just gonna say, Bucky had. We all went to the same place where we eat breakfast. What was that place again? Was it like a?
Well, it's
a tavern,
technically
or-
the cafeteria inside of the government plaza.
Is there a lot of people there?
No, there's not. It's like
Oh.
it's like you all and like two other dudes who are just like scattered throughout the fucking room. Like, Blue's mom is the cafeteria cook, and you all usually meet around a table there.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, good morning.
What are you hitting?
It's
Oh.
it's hit dice. He
Never
heals
mind.
for that.
I'm like, who are you hitting?
Let's see. Adra begins bringing out the normal drinks, some water. She brings out a pitcher of water. She sets some biscuits down on the table to hold you guys over as she prepares the main course of the meal. Bucky sits down and says good morning to everybody. What would you like to do?
And who is this?
That I'm gonna walk over to Franz. I'm going to fucking put my hands on his shoulders, and I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration.
Okay.
I'm not even playing with it now. Something's going on with him, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to undo whatever the hell that is.
I mean, thank you, Hephaestus, but I feel fine.
You hush.
You lay your hands on
There's
him.
no need to be that rude and so on.
Lay your hands on bed.
You going to bed?
This food's so good, makes my tongue want to slap my brains out. This is good right here. Y'all get some of this bacon?
What does that even mean?
So Franz, who don't you know here?
The woman pouring the pitcher.
That's Blue's mother. Do you know who Blue is?
Yeah, of course I know Frau Blue. I've never seen this woman before.
That's her mom.
How long has she been here?
Since Blue got here.
How long has she been her mom?
Franz, you're forgetting things. A
Have,
lot
have
of
I
I remember.
have I walked in yet?
Yeah, you all are all here.
Okay.
I remember Fraulein Blue's mother. This is not her.
What?
Oh, boy.
Is Astra with us yet?
Yeah, everybody's
we're all here, right?
Everybody's here. Yeah.
So Astra's the most recent addition, right? Or no, I guess Bucky would be.
Bucky, yeah.
So I would go through one by one and ask who he knows and ask, do you know this person's name? So Franz, who, and I would go with the bunny. What's the bunny's name?
That is Bucky.
Okay, and I would point to the other Warforged aside from me. And what's his name?
That is Air Astar.
And what's my name?
Air Banner, of course.
Okay, and then I would point to Tolliver and say, what's his name?
That is Air Tolliver.
Okay, do you know everyone's name?
Everyone, yes.
Okay.
Except this woman I have never seen before.
Franz,
The Greater Restoration
Do
didn't
you-
do anything?
Franz, do you remember the big guy we used to fight with?
Air Oath?
Huh?
Air Oath?
No, the other one.
Ah, about Air Bearheart, yes. That is who you mean, of course, yes?
Yeah, no, that's who I meant.
You gave me quite a fright with that silence.
Do you remember where we met Blue's mother?
I only met her when they first came to camp. By camp, I mean, of course, the city.
When did you meet Blue?
Oh yeah, no, he wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, I don't think he wasn't playing with us yet.
The first time?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't at our
He
house.
was, yeah, he wasn't there.
That was terrifying.
Well, okay.
I'm more confused than a turtle on the center stripe. Tell
I mean,
you
do
what.
you remember the village you came from, Franz?
Well, of course, I came from many villages.
The
Do you
one we
remember
met
how-
in-
Do you remember how you met up with us?
Yeah, I was kidnapped by those bastard monks.
Yeah. See, I don't get it. You know, when
Yeah.
the mists affected us, they started taking away distant memories first, right?
No, I
Right,
thought it
yeah.
was most recent.
The most
Yeah.
recent home I came from was Seven Home Village.
Wasn't it like you forgot yesterday and then the day before?
Yeah, as it went on, it got worse and worse, and
Which is
further
why
back,
we-
further back.
Which is why you had your book.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, you're right.
Why I'm concerned that it's in specific individuals that he's being blocked.
Mm.
What does she look like to you, Franz?
1 second.
Let me get a good look at her. While I read this message.
This is a darker human with brown skin, and she has blonde hair. Or excuse me, she has brown hair at this moment. I know
And-
Fraulein
and-
Blue's mother
Everyone
has white
else,
skin
yeah.
and blonde hair.
No, you don't. Hold on, time out. You do know. Everyone else knows. Everyone else is looking at a white woman with blonde hair.
So she's a dark woman with brown hair.
What the fuck?
Because my memory is really bad, their DM,
Mm-hmm.
did any of the... Can you remind me what the crazy bitch in the under thing looked like?
Who?
The dark elf? The Draugr
Oh.
elf? What did she look like again?
Malith?
Yeah, that one.
She's a dark elf, so she has like black, almost gray, like black with like a slight gray tint to it,
Okay.
with silver white hair.
Okay, so that's not her. Why is he... Why? Does she look human to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is human.
She is human, right? I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
My brain's not. I'm trying to. This is pissing me off really
Yep.
bad.
Yep. Yeah. No,
Nope.
she's human. Both her mom and dad are human.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Franz, have you eaten this morning?
I'm gonna stand in front of. her
Okay.
and break his line of sight with her. Franz.
And
do
Hephaestus,
I-
she is 2 feet taller than you.
Okay,
I was.
I'm still breaking
I'm
the line
still
of
staring
sight.
right at her.
Okay, well I'm gonna get close enough to where I'm breaking his line of sight with her.
have to sit in his lap. What are you fucking doing?
Do I look any different to you now?
No, you look the same.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to see if maybe it was an illusion targeted in a specific direction. That's all.
Then you should have gotten someone taller to do it.
Buggy is
That would
dying
require-
right now.
I can't breathe. I can't. It's fucking hard. Like, I love
Bucky is
this
almost
so
on the
much.
floor.
I love this
Bucky's
so
almost
fucking
on the
much.
floor laughing so hard right now.
Oh my god.
Franz have his shoes on the right feet?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I flipped a coin for that.
Did you? Okay, so it wasn't relevant.
Interesting.
I'm gonna look at Tolliver. Obviously, something's going on.
Yeah, man, I know something's going.
I mean,
like,
I cast a greater restoration. It should have cleared it up. I don't know what the fuck to do now.
I mean,
Well, I'm going
Greater-
to eat my breakfast while you guys figures it out.
as far as I know, that spell would clear it up if he was affected by modified memory. But I mean, like, just a few months ago, a few years ago, we experienced memory loss that wasn't modified memory. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, but we were able to fix it with greater restoration.
it doesn't necessarily mean everything's going to be able to be fixed by it. Or at least we know that it's not caused by the mist if it's not fixed by greater restoration.
Can I cast a spell magic on Blue's mom?
I remember everything. I do not. My memory is not affected.
No, but she doesn't look
Franz,
like
you're
you're literally not seeing who we're looking at.
Well, that says you.
Franz, you didn't remember your altercation with Randolphus. That you
I
thought he
remember
was someone
this
else.
Randolphus, but it is fine now.
No, but you didn't. In the moment, you forgot about it. And it had been a day for us.
I agree. This is somewhat troubling.
You're being very dismissive about like losing.
Which is
We have tried all
not
sorts
normal
of
for
magic.
you either.
have inspected me medically. There is nothing wrong.
You know what
Maybe
you
it's-
seem like. You remember
Yes.
the other day when you saw Randolphus, like you were seeing something was wrong, and
Yeah.
we kept trying to inspect him. We didn't find anything.
Yeah,
I mean, you sound like him right now.
but did we not free Herr Randolphus?
I mean,
Is he not walking around the city? Fine, normal.
he's walking around.
Did we not
sure.
apologize for our actions and move on as a group?
Franz, you're the head of the intelligence in this city. You're telling me that you think we're done looking into that with Randolphus?
I
We
think
are not
have
done
looked
looking
it as
into
far as we can.
Randolphus.
Until there is another clue or something that could shed light on this, I don't know what else we can do.
We found him last. Wait, do you remember where we found him last night?
Yeah, he was at the vault.
Yeah, and that wasn't weird to you. He didn't respond
It
to
was
us
strange,
at all.
but what did we learn from it?
It doesn't mean we cannot take any action.
Am I sitting here listening to this?
We're all here.
Yes,
right?
yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna pull out. Well, I'm gonna say we need to talk about Randolphus. Explain what I saw last night with him standing there for 8 hours. And then I'm gonna pull out my forgery kit, and this is what I found on his desk. I know how to copy people's handwritings and things of that nature. These are 2 different people's handwritings in the same book and in the same pieces of paper I found on his desk. And I'll show everyone the different handwriting that I copied.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're telling me that these 2 handwritings are different?
They
He
are
had
they are
papers.
visibly different to everybody. Yes.
He had papers on his desk. And did I see that in that book at all, or
You didn't get to open the book. Like no
Yeah.
one has opened the book. I
Okay.
assumed, like with good sense, you wouldn't have tried to open the book, fearing you would have
No.
fucked up. Yeah.
No. Yeah. So he had papers on his desk. Most papers were in one handwriting. but there were papers that were in a completely different set of handwriting, even halfway through the paper.
Did you see when the handwriting changed?
I didn't see him write them. These papers were.
If the papers were dated.
Oh,
Yes, the one handwriting is dated at one previous date, and another one is a date marked later. The previous date is a date. I'll just say this: it is a date prior to the incident in the marketplace. The other handwriting is a date previous or past the date of the market incident.
So they
okay.
took it.
So it wasn't like the same piece of paper halfway
Right.
through.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I should have clarified. It is
Alright.
two distinct. They were two distinct different pieces of paper. One dated for a much previous date. The other one a much later date, closer to present day.
Okay.
I should have
So-
clarified that.
So Franz he was right. He did see who Randolphus really was when they raided us. They took Randolphus. Franz saw him for who he was, and we didn't act on it. And then they did whatever they did to us, to Franz again, to make him not able to see, through the illusion, whatever it is. I mean, obviously,
So
it's
what are we
getting
going to
past-
do? Are we going to murder this woman, Points of Water?
We're not going to murder Randolphus, but we're going to go capture his imposter.
What about her?
Who?
If your theory is
Yeah, you
correct,
all are all
Blue's mother.
saying this, and Blue's mom is just looking at you all horrified. Like, absolutely.
if that
fucking
is her
like,
real
terri-
name,
Like, is terrified. Like, she is shivering in place right now. And as you all turn and look at her, she's like, "My lords, please, please."
I mean, but if Franz was seeing Randolphus differently and now isn't, why is he? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this means about to
me it
with
seems
Blue's
like
mother.
it seems like they're adding more just to add more confusion. I don't think Blue's mother is a threat. What is she gonna do? Poison us?
What?
I'm going to push my food away from me.
What I'm saying is that they're making him see her as somebody different to get us off the trail of Randolphus. They're making us look at him like he's the problem. They're using his ability to see through that illusion against us right now.
Who's they?
Just sit there and eat your
Wait.
carrots.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
The adults are talking.
Just want to make sure. Oh, there's adults in the room.
Don't be rude.
as far as I know, Warforged, such as myself, are one of the only creatures that don't need to sleep. We regenerate our strength in a different way than most. But last night, when I was hiding in Randolphus' house, he stood there for 8 hours in one spot, staring into nothing. This is not normal.
I mean, yeah, it seems like we have enough evidence to definitively say that somebody is impersonating Randolphus. God,
Did you follow him after he left, though?
I wanted to make my exit as stealth as I could. I didn't want him to know I was there.
What if he just
Tip
turned
him
back
off.
and what if the real Randolphus comes and then we go arrest the real Randolphus? If that's
We
what
don't-
y'all planning on doing.
yeah, I mean, you're assuming the real Randolphus is freely moving around.
Maybe.
My assumption is that either Randolphus is dead or he is locked up somewhere.
Here's the thing.
Why don't we just call him out? Just say don't.
I did.
no one believed me.
Wait, you did? You remember that now?
Yeah, I remember the whole ordeal.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me. What's Blue's mother's name again?
Adra?
Yeah, alright, come here, Adrian. So, here's the thing.
She looks incredibly meek.
Randolphus.
Like she's like rubbing her hands together, and she's just like,
Yeah, well, the other Randolphus was very good at acting like Randolphus and getting us to sympathize, right? You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been sitting here discussing this in front of somebody that also we are seeing as an imposter. Am I right? Does anybody disagree?
Nope, I agree with you.
You gonna
I
cut
know
her
where
ear
you're
off
going
like
with
you
this,
did
and I
with
think
Bruce?
that's the correct course of action.
Are we still saying this in front of her?
yes.
Yeah, we can't not.
Yes, I mean she's right. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sitting at the table with the whole party, so fuck this stupid little idiot. All right. Well, if that's the case, then would you, if you are who you say you are, would you agree to be detained for a little while we figure everything out here?
I'm sorry, detained for what, my lord? What have I done?
Yep,
As-
that's it.
That's why you're
exact-
That's why you're not being arrested. You're just being detained.
If you are going
don't
to illegally detain this woman, then I must go inform Fraulein Blues that this is happening, so that she does not have another
I don't
episode.
understand. Can you explain to me what is going on?
Okay. You know what? Just in case, I will explain to you what's going on. Our friend, companion Franz here, saw one of our city leaders, Randolphus, as a different person, implying that there was some kind of illusion or shape changing going on. He sees Randolphus as Randolphus now, but he sees you as a different person. And we have strong evidence that says that Randolphus really has been impersonated. Which, kind of implies that you also are impersonating Blue's mother.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I
I mean,
just-
there's choice.
Well,
I
More
Not
specific.
very, madam. I will take care of.
she
Blue
she
while
looks
you
at she looks at Franz and she goes, I don't know if I did anything to offend you, Lord Franz. We trusted you with taking
hate
our
this
daughter
arc.
into your care. If you think I
Well,
did
there
something
seems to
wrong,
be
and
greater things at work.
does this have to do with that she's killed people? Is it because
No,
I have
no,
failed
let me
as
ask
a
you this.
I just explained it. It has nothing to do with Blue.
Let me ask you this question. Do you remember when we first met you?
Of course, you brought my daughter back to me.
Who was with us?
Well, there was the half-giant man. Looked Tolliver was there. You were there. And she goes on to list everybody who was there. I think it was An, Traxix. I can't remember if Casimir was there. I think he was. I believe that
Was I there?
Yeah, no, Casimir was there because Casimir got-
Traxix was there, not Banner.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking her. Was
Oh.
Banner there? Does she remember me there?
No, not you, Lord Banner.
Unfortunately, and Randolphus had the memories of Randolphus too.
You are Blue's mother, or so you say. Explain to me how or where Blue was born, quickly.
Well, she was actually born after a long period of time of myself and her father being possessed by demon spawn of the Lord Mephistopheles. After the possession ended, my husband and I came to, I was pregnant with Blue. We had her. She came out. She was a blue tiefling. It was the most painful birth I've ever experienced. I almost died in the process.
What about your other pregnancies?
I've not had any other pregnancies.
You just said it was the most painful pregnancy you've had.
It was just, sorry. It was incredibly painful.
So much so you didn't have any more children, isn't that right?
No, it's just Blue. I haven't been able to get pregnant since having her. It's actually a sort of a problem between.
Well, we don't gotta get into that mess. That sound like some. Yeah, you just keep that to yourself.
Does she look tired?
She looks scared shitless.
Yeah, but does she look tired? Like, does she have bags under her eyes or anything like that?
Make a perception check. $14. There are bags under her eyes. She's sort of hunched over, not standing straight up. And she hasn't been moving with a lot of vigor, per se.
Have you been having any strange dreams lately?
Wow. Make a persuasion check. Well, as a matter of fact, I dreamed last night that I was staring at a metal door with some kind of carving etched into the face of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
And I was in some cave underground. I just stood there, staring at it.
If you had to guess, if you could guess, what time of night do you think you had this dream? I know that's very hard to do, but
I have no idea, my lord. The dream was just me standing there. Could have been any time.
did it feel did it feel real, or did you know you were dreaming?
As a dream, it felt as real as any dream feels, my lord.
Well, there are various levels of dreams feeling real.
What did the face look like in your dream? That was
Face?
carved.
No, it was some carving. It was a line with two other lines in the shape of an arrow connecting to the vertical line, with another straight line coming off of the left side.
I'm gonna hand her my little notebook that I have. Could you draw that carving?
Sure. Let me roll for it. God damn, rolled a natural 20. Yeah, she draws it perfectly. It's the same symbol that is on the vault door.
So essentially, she was dreaming that she was staring at the vault.
She was seeing what Randolphus was seeing.
Yep. So whoever's controlling them, and I would say this like under my breath, whatever is happening here is connected to what we think is also happening to Randolphus. They are linked somehow. And whoever this puppet master is very good.
I think that for your own safety, you should return to your home and just stay there
for a little while till we figure all this out. Any wages that you're due for your job will be continued to be paid. Here at the inn, we'll make sure that you get paid, and that everything is taken care of.
I also have a suggestion to go with that. Franz,
Yeah.
how would you feel about keeping watch over Little Miss Blue and her family? Just while we
Sounds
figure
good.
things out. I'm sorry, what
Yeah,
was
I
That
think
this?
sounds splendid. Agreed.
I think that's a good idea.
Adra begins to leave immediately. Like, she is getting out of there ASAP.
Are there any guards nearby?
Here, you know, I'm a little disconcerted about.
Franz walks out after her.
Are there any guards nearby?
There are two spectral guards stationed at the entrance to the cafeteria.
Guards,
Here's-
please escort Master Franz and Adra back to Adra's home. Please do not. Just make sure they get back there.
A good
I'm
idea.
going to say this to the table, but I'm also going to flick my thing on so Franz hears it in his earpiece. And I'm going to say, here's what I'm worried about: is if after the handwriting changed from a certain point onward, and it's different
I gotta
like-
go, boys.
consistently from a
Zero.
certain point onward, then he's been impersonated consistently, right? Like every day, the handwriting's different. He's different. He's being, either impersonated, whatever it is. So that means whoever we just talked to is whoever's controlling Blue's mom, not actually Blue's mom,
Correct.
right? Because like if it was back and forth, we'd have handwriting. I mean, he would have noticed it himself. Like the real Randolphus is never walking free,
I'm gonna
is what I'm thinking.
reach over and I'm going to turn off Tolliver's stone. I think they have Franz too. I have removed him from the equation so we can continue the investigation unheeded and are keeping our friend out of danger.
But he was able to see.
I totally understand that, but if the puppet master is onto us, he's going to give us little hints that Franz is okay when really we don't think he is. This is my assumption. I would rather be safe than sorry, and we have to fight Franz because he you've seen how convicted he is about certain things. We
So you think that he can now see whatever's going on with Blue's mother? That's just a distraction.
I think so. I think there's a possibility that the puppet master, and that's just what I'm calling him, had to give us some comforts, if you will, a little bit of oh, Franz is okay when really he's not. Again, it's just an assumption. It's just a hunch. This is much more of your and Aster's territory, the espionage, if you will.
I get, yeah. I mean, if they want
Again,
us-
it's
he
I could-
doesn't see Randolphus anymore. He does see somebody else, but it's just confusing that
I could
happens at the same
absolutely
time.
be wrong.
I
But
think
it's better to err on the side of caution.
He
I
was
think you're right, and I think regardless, we need to focus on Randolphus because we have hard proof with his handwriting here that he has been replaced at the
He's-
point of the raid.
Franz was very quick to go with Blue and her family when I understand his connection with Blue, but I would think that he would want to be involved in this investigation. It's strange. There's things
He's
that
been remarkably disinterested,
yes,
considering what his post is, and that would be the first person they would want to.
what I think happened is as Randolphus shut down, as Aster told us, that whoever it was controlling Randolphus was dreaming, and his dreams imprinted on the other people he is controlling. I think it's a web of, I mean, similar to the one who weaves, right? Which we still don't know much about that.
So I think the only concrete route of action we have is, I mean, here's the thing. For what we've seen, if we go capture Randolphus, it's going to act like Randolphus. And whatever we're dealing with, right? Sorry, goes beyond like our magic, at least to the point where we can't detect it. Whether it's, beyond might not be the right word. So, how are we going to prove in the moment? Like, how are we going to make him stop playing the game? Because I have a feeling that whatever these are going to play the game for a long time.
The people who attacked the city, what did they want out of the vault?
I was just about to say, we get whatever the fuck they wanted out of the vault, and we use it as bait. They obviously want something.
That's the thing. There's a lot in the vault.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. We can talk back and forth about this for like 3 hours tonight, but it's about midnight. I'm gonna stop it here. We'll pick up next week with you all finishing up breakfast and your next course of action. So be thinking about that. I know you got your little group chat. Talk
What?
about
No, there's no group chat.
We're gonna have to kick. We're gonna have to kick Franz out of the group chat.
There's not gonna be a secondary group chat without Franz.
I messaged Dana earlier. I told him to go fuck himself. how good he is at this.
Yeah, but like the most fucked up thing is really it could be any of us. Like any of us could be like convincing the rest of us that we're really the real person and we just haven't been caught yet.
That's the thing is, Dano's so good at whatever he's doing that it's fucking with me, and I don't like it.
This is some fucking what's that game where you gotta fucking
Among
run
Us.
around? Yeah, this is some Among Us shit.
Yeah. Who's the imposter?
Dano's being very sus.
Vote him out.
I will like to point out to the group that I have yet to be pulled into a private conversation with our DM. So
Me either.
Obviously not me.
It's never happened to me yet.
My roles have been such dog shit that I am not involved in this conspiracy.
My favorite thing about this is that it is actually completely controlled by the dice. I write down a number before I do the D100s, and anyone like the closest person to it is the person who gets pulled. That's the mechanic.
It's Franz over and over again.
Franz,
Yeah.